the group ends up rolling down a hill and falling off a cliff into a river. They start swimming to safety, unaware that a drone detects their location and takes it back to the camp, where it's revealed that there are a total of 3 hunting predators. Once the group is safe in a cave, Isabel hits Royce for using them as bait. However, Royce doesn't regret it, because now they finally know who is after them and some details about their strength and hunting methods. Then Royce confronts Isabel about her reaction to the predator, saying she must have seen one before. Isabel admits she's heard a story saying that aliens that looked like these ones were seen in 1987 in Guatemala, which is a reference to the first movie. Royce wants to set up a defensive perimeter and force the predators into a choke point, and the others accept to help. They take their positions in the jungle, and Isabel notices movement among the trees with her scope. But the enemy isn't attacking them, so Royce thinks they may know about the traps. They change the plan and use Edwin as bait, so he runs through the jungle until the enemy begins chasing them. Isabel uses her sniper skills to shoot the hunter down. Then the group approaches the body to discover it isn't a predator, but actually another victim from the cages. However, this isn't the creature she killed because she missed, and her shot is on a tree. Suddenly they start hearing a voice, and someone appears behind Royce using a cloaking device. The hunter takes off his mask and reveals he isn't a predator. He's actually another human called Noland, who tells them to be less loud to avoid being heard by the hunters. Noland has heard the group since they arrived, and after pointing out a storm is coming, he brings them all back to his hideout, which is in an old broken ship. Noland also used to be in the military and was dropped here in a box 10 seasons ago, becoming the only survivor from that batch. Since then, he's stayed hidden and survived by scavenging from the predators and their victims. Being here has obviously taken a toll on him because sometimes he talks to an imaginary friend. Noland also knows a few things about the predators since he's killed 2 or 3. It's important to hide humans' heat signature, not to be detected. It also seems that big predators and small predators don't get along, which explains the one they saw tied up. Every season, new victims are brought over, and 3 predators would come with new technology and tactics to hunt because they're constantly evolving. Royce realizes that if predators keep coming back each season, then they must have a ship around, but Noland points out they wouldn't be able to pilot it. Afterward, Noland goes to bed, and the group chats for a while. Nikolai shows Edwin a picture of his kids and stands, shows them a creepy tattoo he has of his sister. Hanzo finds a samurai sword and compliments it, making Edwin realize he does speak English. He wonders why Hanzo hadn't said a word until now, and Hanzo reveals he's missing fingers because he was punished for saying too much. Isabel shares with Royce her theory that they were chosen because on Earth, they were the predators and therefore monsters too, but Royce is obsessed with finding the ship, and he thinks he could convince the captured predator in the camp to fly it because the enemy of the enemy is a friend. Suddenly, smoke begins filling the room, and they discover Noland is gone. The door is also blocked, so Edwin thinks Noland must be trying to kill them to steal all their things. While Noland is shown outside fanning the fire, Royce blasts a bomb against the wall that sends Noland running. However, Royce wasn't trying to break it. He made noise on purpose to get the attention of a nearby predator. The plan works, and soon Noland finds the hallway blocked by a predator, who immediately blows up Noland using lasers. Then the alien hits a panel on the wall to create a small access into the group's room, but it doesn't do anything else just to toy with them. Royce carefully comes closer and puts his gun into the hole to shoot a flare, confirming the predator is nowhere to be seen. The group finishes pushing the panel off and finally escapes. Now they must find their way out through some very dark corridors. On their way out, Edwin accidentally ends up separated from the group and begins yelling for help as he lights up another flare, which gets the attention of the predator. Edwin hears a growl in the darkness and runs away until he finally finds the group again. He begs for help, but the group chooses to leave without him. At that moment, the predator appears in front of Edwin, but before it can attack, Nikolai shows up to help. Edwin runs while Nikolai fights the alien, but he doesn't last long. The predator stabs Nikolai and picks him up with its blade, so Nikolai takes the chance to spit on the alien's face before activating a detonator. The resulting explosion kills them both, and a shockwave sweeps through the ship, but the group manages to get out just in time. Outside the ship, Stans begins celebrating the fact they killed an alien, only to be suddenly knocked down by a predator that is now turning off its invisibility. The beast is about to kill Royce, but Stans jumps on it and starts stabbing the predator while telling the others to run. The predator throws Stans on the ground and rips out his spine. Then it roars and gets the attention of the third predator, who starts following the tracks left by the running group. At that moment, Hanzo hears they're being followed and tells the others to leave while he stays behind to buy them time. After the remaining trio leaves, Hanzo takes off his jacket and unsheathes his katana just in time to be found by the predator, who takes out its blade as well. A fierce sword fight begins, and although Hanzo is pushed away by the alien's strength a few times, he still manages to cut its stomach. After they exchange a few more blows, they attack each other at the same time, and both fall to the ground, dying at the same time as well. Meanwhile, Edwin accidentally steps on a trap and can't walk. Royce points out the trap wasn't meant to kill but to hold the enemy, and Edwin is now dead weight. As Royce says, they should either leave Edwin behind or booby-trap him. Edwin shows them Nikolai's family picture, pretending it's his own kids. Isabel refuses to abandon or hurt Edwin, so Royce leaves alone. Moments later, Royce makes it to the camp and talks to the captured predator, offering freedom in exchange for leaving this planet. When the alien confirms it can understand him, Royce cuts the chains to release it. The predator responds by grabbing him by the neck, but lets go after a close look. It picks up its mask, puts it back on, and activates its equipment. On its arm brace, the predator pulls up a star map of the universe, stopping on planet Earth before calling it spaceship. Meanwhile, Isabel helps Edwin walk, but they step on a trap and get caught in a net. The third predator appears, drags them back to camp, and throws them into a pit before noticing its alien prey is now free. The two predators immediately start fighting, and Royce uses the chaos to run toward the ship. As the spacecraft takes off, the predators exchange blows. The alien chasing them overpowers the ship's owner, cuts off its head, and celebrates by blowing up the ship before it can escape. In the pit, Isabel tells Edwin she doesn't regret helping him. Edwin then attacks her with a poison-covered scalpel, revealing himself as a psychopathic murderer who feels at home among other monsters. Just as Edwin is about to kill Isabel, Royce shows up because he never reached the ship. Royce helps her out of the pit. Isabel tries to warn him about Edwin, but the poison paralyzes her. Edwin attempts to ambush Royce, but Royce reacts quickly, using Edwin's own poison against him. He booby-traps Edwin with grenades and leaves him for the predator. When the alien touches Edwin, the grenades explode, killing Edwin, starting a fire, and injuring the predator. As it recovers, it finds Royce waiting. Royce uses the flames to disrupt the alien's infrared vision, hiding among the fire while attacking with an axe. After taking multiple hits, the predator tracks Royce's heartbeat and shoots a tree, injuring him. The alien begins throwing Royce around, but Isabel uses her last strength to grab a weapon and shoots the predator. The creature is wounded, but alive, and retaliates by throwing a dagger that injures Isabel's shoulder. Royce takes the chance to retrieve his axe and repeatedly strikes the predator, finally decapitating it. Afterward, Royce reunites with Isabel, and together they watch as more cages fall from the sky. Royce declares they must find a way to leave soon.
Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.